Hey everyone, glad to have you all here for my presentation on New Mexico hiking trails. It's springtime and it's getting warmer outside, and we are coming up on National Park Week, and on the 19th and 20th you get into your national parks for free. So I wanted to do a presentation on some of the local hiking trails that you might not know about. So I would like to start this class off with a poll. So I'm going to click up here and add a new poll. Give me 1 second. Okay, I would like everybody to please go ahead and start voting now, and I will give you a few minutes to go ahead and get started. So there we go. I really like to get out and try to hike in the spring when I can, when it's not blowing like a hurricane out there and getting dust in my teeth and in my hair and everywhere else. So, okay, well, yeah, it looks like a lot of you have been hiking in New Mexico in the last year. So, that's good. I'm going to add one more poll real quick just to see whereabouts you guys have been going. Let's see here. And I would like to know if you have hiked outside of, say, a 30-mile radius of Las Cruces. How far outside of town have you made it? There's actually a lot of really cool and interesting hiking trails in New Mexico that are kind of under the radar for a lot of people. So we're going to go over a few of those in the presentation here. So it looks like, some of you have made it outside. Probably a lot of you have been to a Gary Springs and maybe Dripping Springs and places like that. I see a few of you have made comments on where you've been. That's great. Yeah, so mostly at Gary Springs, Dripping Springs, a few more up north. So that's great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. Let's see here. I'm going to upload my presentation now so everybody could take a look at that. Oops, sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, can everybody see the presentation? Alrighty, it looks like everyone can see it. Sounds good. So here we go, hiking trails in New Mexico. I'm going to start off with Wheeler Peak. It's the highest peak in New Mexico, coming in at a whopping 13,000 feet or so. It's up near Taos. It's a beautiful hiking trail, about 16 miles round trip, but has some beautiful water up there, some beautiful scenery. Can still be a little chilly this time of year, but if you get a chance to go up there, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful place. Has anybody made that trip up there besides for the skiing? No, no one's been up there yet. Well, I recommend getting up there if you can get around to it. I'm not going to pronounce the name of this besides to call it Tent Rocks. I don't think I would do it justice. We actually hadn't been to this place as a child, even though I grew up here. I think it opened up relatively recently. It used to be closed to the public, but it's located about 55 miles northeast of Albuquerque, and it was formed by volcanic eruptions millions and millions of years ago. But it's really cool. It has these trails that kind of wind through these rock formations, and it's really cool. There's like about a 1 mile trail, a little over, that's fairly easy, and then a little bit more difficult 1.5 mile trail. And here on this next slide, you can see a little bit more of what it looks like and some of the trails through there. And it's really cool, and just for a day trip to go through there, if you're looking for something to do and something interesting, and it's really a lot of fun and a really cool place to go here in New Mexico. Has anybody made this trip and been able to see tent rocks? Oh, I see one. Oh, great. One of you has. That's cool. What did you think of it? Okay. Alrighty, moving on, we have the Gila Cliff Dwellings. This is really cool because it's these a village that was built in these natural caves um, over in the Gila about 700 years ago, and they actually have corn cobs that are 700 years old that are in some of these cliff dwellings, and it's about 45 miles from Silver City, but it takes, a couple hours actually to get there from Silver City just because the roads are so topsy-turvy and twisted. But there are guided tours available and hot springs nearby, anywhere from 1 mile to 6 miles away. So it's kind of a cool place to go. It'd be a great place, educational if you have kids and that type of thing, and it's kid friendly. They will sometimes close the Gila Cliff Dwellings during high winds, which we've been having lately quite a bit of. So if you do plan to make a trip out there, I would definitely recommend calling ahead and seeing what their policy is regarding that, and maybe if they will definitely be open, since it is kind of a drive from here. So after that, there's the Catwalk, New Mexico, and it's near Silver City. It's about 5 miles from Glenwood and the Gila as well. And it's this old plankboard walkway, and it was placed atop like a steel pipe that used to bring water to a processing plant. And they've kind of expanded on it and made this like it's a plank walkway that kind of goes in between and up through this canyon and through up to some water there, and you can kind of swim and play and walk around in the water, and the kids really like it because it's kind of elevated, and it's a really neat, pretty walk through there if you can get up there. It's gorgeous. I remember going up there as a kid, and my mom getting mad at me because I lost a sock in the water and it washed away. And anyways, just kind of funny, those little things that come back to you. But those are just a few of the kind of cool, lesser known hiking places here around New Mexico for anybody that might not be local or just might have forgotten about some of those places around here that are good to go. So I thought, now that it's getting warmer and this next weekend they're going to have free entrance into the parks, it would be a good reminder of those good places out here. So time to get out there and do some, I'm going to share a little video here with you, just that I found from the National Park Service. So there we go. So that probably about wraps up the presentation I had today. Does anybody have any questions or comments or any recommendations on where they would like to go or places they have been hiking here in the local area or beyond, that's kind of close, that people can go to for that week or for the weekend? I see a few over there. Okay, well, thanks everybody for sticking with us, and we'll be back soon, and we'll talk to you guys later. Good night.